Why be smug when it's an actual fact? We all commit crime simply by paying tax. Cause we didn't go and tickle them people in Iraq and ask them so politely for all the minerals we extract. We blew children's heads off, set fire to backs. With a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth, they're running around on the road with heaters, don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the wars stay in places that are brown and poor, we can all pretend to be abhorred, but we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman that duppers you will probably get knighted. If I don't wanna fight you, cuz it ain't cause I'm frightened, I'd just rather fight with those who really think they're titans. I ain't scared of bleeding, I am scared of breathing another breath in this world where everything is so uneven.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Mama's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists who have low subscribers and low views, as well as talented artists from around the world. Now once again, I have no idea or the reason why they have low subscribers and low views, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, I have covered Ukraine today, I have covered Africa today, I have covered South Korea today, I have covered India today, and today I'm going over to the UK. Now, you guys know that I have uploaded a gentleman, one of my favorite hip hop artists, Akala. He is the reason why I've done that, because I've been carrying out so many DENERO's tracks. I wanted my Sierra Leone Sierra Leone subscribers, Sierra Leone family, my Sierra Leone family, to see what's my answer to DENERO from England. And I hope you are enjoying it. I know I'm getting quite a few responses like, wow, who is this guy? But he's on the same kind of wavelength regarding world politics, world starvation, world domination, who's who, and what I like about this, I'll give you a short history about him before I put it on, is that his older sister is a famous hip hop artist back in the 90s, really called Miss Dynamite, and he's always been in the background, and he is an MC, and then what happened was he just took a absolute cut off. And this is one of the tracks. There's 4 parts. I've played you part 1, then there's part 2, and I'm going to do part 3, and I'm going to do part 4, day by day. What he's done, he took a step back, and he went back to college, then went back to university, became a scholar, PhD, and now he carries out lectures around the world in high universities about Black history. And what he's done now is put this into a format of his rap and educating people regarding of what the things that we've had during the history and where we are right now, as well as the modern times of how we interject. And the thing about that, because he has a white mother and a Black father, he's experienced both types of the world, and he's bringing that, incorporating that and back into his raps. And it is just absolutely explosive and amazing to watch. I've seen it many, many, many times over. So I'm not doing this for myself or reacting. I'm just doing this to show my subscribers, not only from Africa, but my subscribers overview. If you haven't experienced Akala, here he is. So without further ado, before that, I'm just about to hit it because I'm just so used to it. If this is your first time, please go over to my homepage, check out the multiple amount of reactions that I've carried out. And if this is something that you can, you see yourself supporting, then please hit the subscription button, as well as the notification button to indicate to you when my next uploads will be. And if you don't mind, please share any of my reactions that you like to a wider platform. And if you don't mind, invite someone else to come over. We are now over 2,000, and that was last week, and now we are at 2,200 subscribers. So I've calculated roughly about, say, 100 subscribers per week. That is absolutely amazing. And I couldn't do it without you guys. And so I'd like to say a big, massive thank you for that. Anyway, you can follow me on Instagram. I've started that. So please find me on Instagram. Because this is where I put about, say, 1 minute of my reactions on there. And what that is about, say, 40 seconds, or maybe 50 seconds to be fair, of the actual track, with 10 seconds of me just saying how you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And I would like you to, just put a lovely message underneath that you have witnessed it on my YouTube, and now you're witnessing it on Instagram. And you can share that over on Instagram and do me mentions and all that stuff. But help me build up my Instagram channel. That is on Uncle Momo Music Reactions on Instagram. So don't forget that, please. You can also follow me on Twitter, Uncle Momo, and you can also follow me on Facebook, Uncle Momo Music. But more importantly, on the Instagram, I want to build that up and grow that. On Instagram, it is the followers that I have on there, or the people that I'm following, are the artists that I've had the pleasure of carrying out the reactions to. So when you come onto the Instagram page, you will see all of the artists that I've had the pleasure of carrying out my reactions to. So that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Right, you know what we're here for. Akala, great vocabs, and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Carter, brother, you know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yo, Akala.
Wow.
Knowledge is power. Volume 1, mixtape, 28th of May. Listen, akalamusic.com.
Chase.
Tiny bit more vocal, please, actually. Listen, knowledge is power, always. Listen.
The scam, brother, the scam!
Oi, mate, my personal life's great. Some of you would love me more if I rub that in your face. Okay, well, let us run down the resume and have a little chat about Akala's living today. Big whip, nice yard, been all over the globe. Look how many continents that I have done. Shows, couple little companies, neat little office, everything going swell. Little bit of profit, built a business educating kids from the block. So far as I'm concerned, you gotta be a mug to not rate him. Own my own masters, still my own master. Novels and scripts on the way. Rap is just a part of the genius in his head, and he knows it, dickhead. Since I used to kick ball for West Ham with my big head. Back in school days, wearing hand-me-downs from my sister, and gal was still onto man. Now that's some Ross charisma. As just a nipper, I took my first pull of Rizla. And who you think gave me that? Yeah, my bigger sister. So when we speak of struggle, cousin, it's yours. You know the same old madness. Working class poor, yeah. So may have won a couple awards. I guarantee you that my family just as messed up as yours. All the abuse and the alcoholism and drug addiction. Uncles going to prison. This is working class living in Britain. It ain't great. You gotta be kidding. So please don't ever get confused by me spitting. Cause yes, I said the ghetto's in our head, but no, I didn't mean if you live next to a food yard, that's in your dreams. I meant believing in the madness they spout about us is far more dangerous than putting us in council houses. So yeah, I criticize, but from a place of love, never, ever. Cause I think that I've become above every young bruv you wanna judge as a tug. It's me, man, it's a little guidance and love. So I think that you're the mug. And why be smug when it's an actual fact? We all commit crime simply by paying tax. Cause we didn't go and tickle them people in Iraq and ask them so politely for all the minerals we extract. We blew children's heads off, set fire to backs. With a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth, they're running around on the road with heaters, don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the wars stay in places that are brown and poor, we can all pretend to be abhorred, but we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman that duppies you will probably get knighted. If I don't wanna fight you, cuz it ain't cause I'm frightened, I'd just rather fight with those who really think they're titans. I ain't scared of bleeding, I am scared of breathing another breath in this world where everything is so uneven. When millions murdered in the Congo when it's barely news. But if a footballer's wife should buy a pair of shoes, I'm supposed to give a apparently I do not. The world's a reflection of your block. And if you think a world that profit from their death and be totally cool, thinks you're better cause you live here, you're a bloody fool. Look around at genocidal abuse. I swear humanity ain't nothing but a virus with shoes. Then I pick my nephew up from school and I look at the youths and see the love they show each other, and I'm just so confused because they ain't learned yet what is their race or religion. So we're born unconditioned, but we learn to play our position in the system. Look what that does to our recognition of self. We grow suspicion of our own intuition. Now listen, Akala's sick, but he raps about racism too much. Could you imagine I gave a flying? Cause it's amazing how many wanna claim they love this music with no respect for the actual struggle that produced it. Did hip hop not start in segregated hoods? Are them hoods not still segregated? So it's really good. Are the First Nation not still on reservations where the age of 46 is the average life expectation? And fellas, I wonder where the favelas have been suddenly knocked down and replaced with something better. If you got sense, you see fights are joined, and race, class and gender are sides of the same coin. So if you're really down for justice, whoever the people who suffers, whoever you are, I can consider you my sister's brothers, but call it what it is, like Carlin or Bill Hicks. Not these patronizing left-wing little twits that ask me dumb shit on a superior tip and wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left in. That was the clearest thing to come of August events. All the closet bigots started speaking their minds again. So when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's cause of their skin. Blonde hair kills a million people, that's just him. And it's entertaining, some people are so thick, but I prefer that than all of the fake grins, cause it's the only problem. People claim they wanna solve but don't actually wanna talk about how it evolved. You are told this country really, really yours, sir? What they did to brown people did to their own poor first, and originally in the States working class whites were also enslaved, and no one talks about it today. Ever since the master came with the system of privilege, made the working whites the overseers, mulattoes the house, cause put the darkest blacks in the field. That mind is with us still. $1 billion industry, skin cream and bleaching pills. And let's be honest, most people of my complexion to this very day still think they're better than the darker section. You say it's changed, then only educate me about Wilberforce, not about the Africans in Haiti who beat the armies of the British, Spanish and Napoleon. From the moment they stolen them, there was no controlling them. When I was in school, she said, no, you never fought for freedom. No, we freed you, and you were on your knees pleading. And what's more, did you know that we kind of saved you from the barbarism of Africa? You should be grateful when enough of our own people can't be bothered to read that they actually believed that we were swinging from trees. They don't know the Kingdom of Congo had embassies in Italy 500 years ago. Literally ain't heard of St. Maurice nor Septimus Severus. They ain't studying the past cause they think it's irrelevant, and attempts at pretending ancient Egyptians weren't African. Nothing more than pseudo-intellectual lies. They obviously ain't read what Aristotle and Herodotus said about people that they saw for their own eyes. And Egypt's been invaded since the fall of the pharaohs. Not once, not twice, but many, many times. So nobody wants to explain why so many statues are missing noses, even when them statues made of granite. It ain't one people alone mistaught about themselves. We live on Celtic land, but don't learn about the Celts. The same Irish people you characterize as stupid during the Dark Ages, some of the most educated living in Europe. And did you learn the numbers you count with every day was invented by Indian people? I bet you didn't. Or how many million Indians fought for Britain in both world wars? Still you got the cheek to call them immigrants. We don't learn about the Moors, of course. For some that knowledge dangerous. Is it a problem the impact they had on the Renaissance? When people take power over another group, we minimize their achievements so we can make it feel true. So if you think Columbus was first to sail ocean blue, you probably believe Elvis invented rock and roll too. And oh, for the record, no doubt I believe in peace, but not for 1 second, and they'll turn the other cheek. They slap you, slap them back, take teeth. The only way a bully ever learn is getting beat. Fight fire with fire, nah, fire with water. See, the life-giving force is stronger than the destroyer. That's why these MCs can't speak to me. No, all men are not made equally. My brain's made of iron fiber, conducting the livest wire. My average grade's higher than Oxford or Cambridge require. I don't want credit because I got a message. I want credit because I'm the best MC. Dead it. When I came out way back in 04, sister, I just won every award. Most man would have done the bait thing, put big sis on the chorus chords. That would have been A-list draw. Quickly I would have been famous more, but look how I came in this thing raw. Bang up the streets some more. If I MC then I heard me rap, I'd be like, what the? I ain't never gonna be that good, so I better not push my luck. It will embarrass me. Only insanity would make you challenge me. Better hope if we bump heads that day that I feel like charity. If not, it's a beating, and there ain't no use in search of a meaning. Cause all it means is that you are crap and I am a genius. Why I'm Panama, I push the parameter. Can you imagine if I'm sicker than average? I killing with character. Benjamin Banneker, look at the marriage. I stamina damage away from Metallica. Got a look for the whole of the calendar. So cold that I roll in the challenger. Why you man roll with the amateurs? I'm too much harder. You can just call him Father Akala, but I don't talk shit like a pastor. You already know that I'm smarter than half a bloody disaster. If I ever start, I'll probably a prodigy, make you a martyr for these crap MCs that mumble, then see me in the flesh and crumble. Never told you that I was humble. No, I'm not. Don't lie. I'm so sure in my writing ability that I feel like I'm finding divinity. Sit down and me rhyme a soliloquy. My agility, time in this military. What a singular team for the mini-me. It seems you're a fiend for the mimicry. Your team couldn't dream of the synergy that I beam when I scheme on a wicked beat. There goes again with the big words with best syllables. Get your dictionaries out. That's what I'm about. Clowns wanna shout. Flash them, smash them in the mouth. Bloody professor, a man of the letters I read and I'm sure that I'm better. Never regret an endeavor to dead an oppressor. I think that the lepers that think that their pleasures are better endeavors than all of our pressures. But see me, born in a rage, maroon blood coursing my veins. As you can see, I was born for the stage, but I'll never be their cultural maid. Some say that we're political, is what they're doing isn't. Don't they preach a political doctrine called materialism? But for all the Italian clothes that you wear, or German cars that you drive, or French champagne that we'll buy, will still be monkeys in their eyes. So why you were begging it? Who knows? Italians fight to wear Jamaican clothes. Italians call their own women for everyone's entertainment, bro. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the one with the codes of the flows all over the globe. I'm bunning out shows, but still don't oil my chest and pose. Pose a threat to the power structure. Not because we're anything special, but because we're the people together. And that's the only way things change ever.
Oh my gosh. Akala just tore the building to pieces. I don't even know what to say. I feel like I just been schooled for a hot minute right there. Certain MCs, you know what?
So that was Akala Part 2 with Fire in the Booth. There is more to it. This is about, say, roughly about 15 minutes long. I've done 8 minutes of his amazing flow. And I'm going to do another 8 minutes of his Part 3. But I'm going to do the full Part 4 because Part 4 is absolutely mind-blowing, amazing. Whatever artist you think is the best artist in the UK, you're going to think again when you see Akala in Part 4. He will explain the reason why he's been away for so long. He's literally went back to study more about history, about black history, and more about, world history and politics. And now, like I said, he gives lectures at the top universities around the world. I have on my Akala Part 1 left a link to one of his lectures in Cambridge University. Check that out. It's absolutely amazing. He's given a number of Akala, I'll tell you what it is. Anytime when there is some kind of situation over in England where there's a high dominance of knife violence within the urban culture, they contact him to give a speech about something, and he sits down with high authorities in the UK, and he sits down there and he's on a higher level when he speaks to them. He looks at, they have to be careful how they open their mouth and talk, because he is no fool. He is no fool. His intellect is absolutely way up there, and literally there's no political person that can sit down there and try and mind brain him and try to mind scramble him. They can't. He knows more knowledge about what even though they know, it's a case of he knows also, but he knows more in depth. And it's just, so they speak to him on a different kind of level. Altogether, they have to, or else he will just crumble them. That's that. He crumbles people within government if they don't come to him correctly. And some of them don't even. He is absolutely a encyclopedia of knowledge. And what makes it brilliant, he's an MC as well. And when he spits fire, it's about the knowledge. It is literally a walking encyclopedia. And that's the thing that I say, that he is England's version to KO DENERO. And that's what I have put down on the title, Akala, English version of KO DENERO. Because I really want the Sierra Leoneans to actually see and grasp that kind of feeling what I get. We're swapping presents. You're passing me KO DENERO and I'm giving you Akala. And we are going to experience each other's people's champion, so to speak. And we're going to come back and we're going to sit by the campfire and we're going to talk about it. And I'm loving that experience. So I can't wait for your reactions on Akala. He is amazing. My mind just boggles on the information that's got installed in his head, and as well as so calm, and how his fundamental drive is helping the younger youths getting educated and making sure that they take their own lives, and if they're going to be an artist, make sure that they see themselves as a brand and a fundamental commodity, and treat themselves as such, and not give away themselves for free by overpowering industries that's out there just to suck your blood and throw you out like giant vampires. He's doing exactly the same thing. But yeah, for that reason, Akala, you are absolutely amazing, talented artist, and much more than an artist. I can't, the day when you get your OBE, I'm absolutely gonna be, because I know that I don't think that you could actually take it. It's one of those things. I salute you, sir. Brilliant track.
Class and British, and I ain't even dissing. That's just how it is. Most rich brown people are just as full of shit. So much more concerned with our cars and jewels than most of the world's poor looks just like you. So much more concerned with being privileged few. And who knows, maybe me too, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane.